Bloons, 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 bloon, bloons, 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 bloons. Hello there, and welcome to my Bloons Tower Defense 5 channel. I'm Italian Ninja, and this is where I make attempts at defeating challenges I've set out for myself, make progress, and learn to get better at this game, and subsequently, life. If you enjoy this type of stuff, feel free to subscribe. If you comment, I'll shout you out. Oh, frig. I had that thing up the whole time. You know, I got a lot of stuff to say for you guys today. Mainly going to be reading comments, giving people shout outs. But I do want to give everybody a shout out that watches these videos. I just want to say thank you very much for coming back and watching these videos time after time again. And if you're new to the channel, I want to say thank you for coming in and watching this stuff. You know, if you stick around, you might like some of the vibes. This content's going to be transforming quite a bit over the next little bit because I have defeated my Monkey Lane Impoppable Challenge. That video will be coming out tomorrow for anybody who's watching and waiting. I do want to respond to a comment right now. I got the friggin' I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to jump right to it. What did you say here, Nick Van? You said something in one of your comments. You made a really interesting comment that as I was just reading it right before I came up with it, right before I started talking, I literally was like, this guy, that was a good fucking idea. What was it? It's right here. I can't find it exactly. It might be in one of the, it might be, but you said something about, you said something about how I should have just done the last 5 levels. You know what? That's actually, dude, you're right. Like, you know, if you're thinking about how to make the content most entertaining, that would have been a really good way to do it. Is like I had probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these videos, like locked and loaded, kind of ready to upload. All I needed to do was just do the commentary over top of it. And they were all like level 84. And I actually, you know what I should tell? I should tell you guys. I had a bunch of videos that I had at level 82, probably like 5 or 6 of them. I had a bunch of levels that I had gotten to level 83, probably like 5 or 6 of them. And then I had a bunch of levels that I got into level 84, probably like, again, 5 or 6 of them. And what was funny was as I was getting further in the levels, what I was doing, so as I was getting further in rounds, meaning like as I got closer to round 85, I was running out of memory on my phone. So I had to eliminate, I just started deleting the videos like round 82. What I could have done if I would have friggin' thought of this, but Nick Van, you're very smart. This is a very smart strategy. Would have been to just take the last 5 minutes of each of those rounds and just go, look at, this is how I got to round 82, and this is how I got to round 83 and got to round 84. And, this is how I got to round 85. So you guys are you're definitely onto something there, and this is fun. I dude, all this comment, Nick Van, I'm really, it probably takes a lot of time out of your day. So, if you don't have to write these big comments if you don't want to, but I really like reading them. You're a very, very deep thinker. So I can tell that you're really paying attention and, you're listening to pretty much everything that I say. There's even some things that you respond to that I'm like, oh shit, what did I say about that? About the calcium or whatever it was. And then, it kind of reminded me again, going back with, and seeing I'm with Milk's comment. Even though I made this video yesterday, there's a lot of things I just don't remember, but, I'm with Milk actually said that he ate the calcium chips at the bottom of the kettle out of interest one time. He says he doesn't really recommend it, but nothing happened. So there's that. Friggin' good to know, Mr. I'm with Milk, personal anecdotes. I feel like, even though I don't know you personally, I feel like now I have a personal anecdote. I feel like I know somebody who tried a calcium chip and nothing really happened. So, good to know. I also am curious, I'm with Milk. How the fuck did that taste? That would have been like a, it looks like a salt, I think it's called Maldives. I'm actually going to look it up. If you guys get a chance, try to look this up too. Maldives salt. My girlfriend bought it. It's Maldives. It's like a chip salt. Yeah, it's natural black sea salt flakes. They're like flakes. She puts it on top of some stuff, you know, and it's supposed to be really good. It tastes like salt, but it's like chippy, you know, and it looks just like the calcium bits at the bottom of the kettle. It's just, you know, it's salt. It's not um it's salt. It's not calcium. So I thought that's pretty, it's pretty interesting. Fuck, now I'm looking at Maldives salt. Is that the right thing? I know I seen the pack of it and I seen her put a little chip on something, but I never actually seen. Oh yeah, it was a big chip. Okay. Anyway, back to the comments. I should probably make some kind of comment on the actual video here so that the new viewers have something to latch onto. Oh man. I actually, okay, so I got a couple of shout outs here. Indignus McCoy, 1958. He asked the question, why Bloons Tower Defense 5 over Bloons Tower Defense 6? And I am going to say, Indungus McCoy, this is a very good question. And I'm very glad that you asked it. And I have been asked it before, but you know what? I don't mind answering questions again. I actually like that you just asked the question, you know, because the answer is, this is just the only one that I have. I haven't bought number 6 yet, and I haven't even beaten this one. This is actually the first map that I feel like I've fully beaten, is this one right here, Monkey Lane. So I don't feel like I'm actually very good at this game, and I think that it gives me good practice. I actually would have liked to start right from just the first one, you know, but I don't even have the first ones downloaded, and I don't really have any interest because I'm already here, you know, so I'm just going to work my way through this game, and then maybe I'll get to Bloons Tower Defense 6 at some point, or maybe I'll change games completely. Maybe I'll get 2 more maps into this game and go, fuck this game. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I've defeated it. I'm not sure. But listening to the comments from some of the other guys, like I'm with Milk and Nick Van, I find it very encouraging to keep going, you know, because like, I'm with Milk. He actually, you know, he has some suggestions here, like maybe try harder maps on easier difficulties. You are on to something there. I'm with Milk. I, you know, we definitely feel the same way about if you do an easier difficulty, it gets a bit boring, you know, just kind of going up levels. It's like, it's kind of nice for the first little bit because you're kind of destroying it. But I do think I found some kind of weird hack that I want to show you guys in probably a separate video. Well, it's definitely gonna be a separate video because you guys know I'm not much of an editor. So I'm actually getting one of my buddies to, I'm gonna get the software from him, and I'm gonna work on the editing stuff. So we'll you know, we'll work through that stuff together here too, guys. But I just want to say, you know, thanks for watching, because this is very interactive and fun, you know, having these comments to go through and read, and you know, you guys get to tell me your own personal stories. I want to say, Nictorious, you said go hard or go home a couple of days ago. That's what it feels like. Go hard every fucking day, every fucking night, you know? Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to think about where to go with this. So a lot of these, for anybody who's new here, I usually, before I get to level 45, I always go super wide funnel and get a super wide funnel on my balloon chipper, which is a 4.0 or 4.2, you know, would be ideal, because then you have the speed too with the faster popping. And then I usually try to rush Monkey Village kind of after that, but you know, you got to obviously maintain your popping power as you go, and that's what a lot of my other stuff here is, though. I've done a lot of like just finding little strategies that work for me. I'm gonna probably, like I've said before in some previous videos, I'm gonna have to try to accelerate the process a little bit and probably get into some of the research of this, and maybe I'll go through some of that with you guys, you know, as I read cool things. Like, the fuck did I read the other day? Oh man, I think I've said this in every single video, but the Zeppelin of Mighty Gargantuanness, the Zomg, the one that you get at level 85, like, or I guess you get 4 of them at level 85 on Impoppable. Thank you, I'm with Milk, for that he gave me some forewarning about that, and I did not know about that, and I'm very glad that he told me, because now I prepared myself for it, because I thought one was hard enough on hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, when I played this game on hard and I got to level 85 on hard, that was actually difficult for me. And there was only one Zomg, you know? I don't even know how to say it exactly. Zomg, Zomg, Zomg. Anyway, uh, yeah. I should go through a little bit more of these comments here. Well, I don't watch truck driving videos. It makes sense that the internet is full of a bunch of nerds. Yeah, it is for real, eh? And I really like that you said that there. It's a bunch of nerds that are really passionate about a hobby, and outside they seem weird or unusual, but they usually just talk about stuff like everybody else, just in a different way. For example, the stuff you're making is just us enjoying and talking about something we have in common. Well, the content is different. The reasons and passions are very similar. You fucking nailed it. I'm with Milk. And I think that that is the basis of why I am so fascinated by, walking in on my dad, watching that stuff. And, you know, I'm just like, wow, there's nerds just like me that are passionate about something else. And I mean, I'm pretty like, I'm like weird. Like, I like all kinds of shit. I like all kinds of like just abnormal things. Not too much, like, not oddity stuff, not like creepy, dead things or anything like that. I'm pretty, but like I can just get fascinated by, like, I mean, I was driving home with somebody one day, and I like was talking about the lines on the road. And I was like, dude, like, I can't stop thinking about, like, just like things like that when I look at the world. It's like, you know, I asked him. This was how, I can't even remember what the hell we were talking about. I think we were talking about creativity, or about like what we think about. Me and this guy we're pretty close. And we talk about like what's going on inside your brain and how you think and stuff, right? And I asked the guy, I said, like, when you just look here, I go, we're driving down the road, I'm just driving him home from work. And I just said, like, what do you see? And he just goes, I don't know. He goes, it just a road. We're just driving home. And I was like, oh man. I was like, you want like 10 seconds of insight into what I look at? And he's like, sure. And I go, okay, well, first of all, I go, you see the lines on the road? He's like, yeah. And I go, I wonder who put them there. And I go, I wonder who made it, who figured out the spacing between the lines, who engineered the paint. Why did they engineer the paint in that way? Because sometimes you get paint that's a little bit slippery when you step on it on road paint. Like, who made it? What was the engineering process behind it? Who developed the container that it goes in? Like, there's all these questions. There's these machines that they put the paint down with. It's like, it took about 15 or 20 seconds for him to go, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's like, that's a lot. And I was like, dude, I know it's fucking chaos, eh? But I said, like, obviously it works for me. And I was like, now it was very clear to me at that point that not everybody thinks like me, exactly like me. But it is interesting that people can share passions, people can share likes, people can share dislikes, even though they don't think necessarily exactly the same. And one of the things that I really discovered with this friend in particular is, like, why I just love people in general. It's and even when they're different, like, I like that they're different, because the thing is there's going to be problems in the world that they're going to be able to solve that I can't. Like, a good example is my girlfriend. My girlfriend's a nurse, and she deals with stuff that's on the inside of the body for the most part, right? She does surgery. She's in surgery pretty much all day, every day. And uh, I am just, like, thoroughly thankful for the existence of them, is that there's people that are like that, because I am not like that. I'm not really that interested. I actually do think that if I had to do it, I could probably be a doctor or be a surgeon or be a nurse, or, I could do it, but it's not something that inherently interests me, right? Just like, this game inherently interests me. A big part of the reason why I started this channel was just so that I could just kind of shoot the shit and talk about it, right? I felt really awkward about just playing games. It felt like a waste of time. But I was like, hey, if I can kind of do something that develops my personality and maybe helps me connect with people in a different way, But mainly the big thing was just developing myself. It was like, well, I can develop some skills through maybe learning about YouTube. You'll learn about marketing, right? Because you have to be able to alter things and put them in front of people's faces and have them click on it. And it's like, I've obviously haven't been doing that the greatest because I'm only got 100 subscribers, but 100 subscribers in 3 months is, I don't know. I feel pretty fucking good about myself. I pat myself on the back about that. So, uh, yeah, it's little things like that. That's like, you know, it's interesting, So I do want to say, like, to these guys like Nick Van, Soul, I don't know if you're still out there watching, but Nick Torius, Soul, I'm with Milk, Nick Van, you like Nick, you said, hey, a ninja, sorry for not being around these last few vids. You don't worry about it, man. As long as you keep coming back, I'm not gonna complain. Uh, yeah, I'm just, you guys are, this is fun, like, sometimes there's long periods where maybe nobody comments, but mainly that's just because I haven't posted a video, right? And then it takes a while for the algorithm to kind of pick back up on my stuff. Um, but it seems like it's starting to pick up again. So we'll see how the video goes tomorrow, and if it goes well, maybe you guys like it, and just see how it goes, because I want to see like really what pops here. And what I think is funny is that, like, some of the stuff that I thought would do best hasn't done great, and some of the stuff that I didn't expect to do well at all. I have one video that has like a thousand or 1,100 views, which it's a nothing video. It's a random video in the middle of like randomness that I don't even know what happened. I actually think, because I've tried to analyze it from the analytics side because I have all the analytics. It's like, it's kind of confusing, but the only thing that I can really tell is a significant deciding factor between the two was that it had more impressions. And I'm trying to figure out why it got more impressions, right? But the thing is the only thing that appears to have given it more impressions is that it looked like somebody might have posted the link in Discord, which brings me back to one of Nick Van's comments, how he says, uh, he said something about, hold on, what did he say here? He's got a lot of words. I'm gonna have to go through some of this stuff another time, dude. But just because we're almost running out of video time in this video too, I can't read through all of it on camera, unfortunately. But I have read through almost all of it. Uh, just because I like it, and you're a good writer. So, um, but where was it here? Where was it here? I got it right here. Now that I'm doing videos inside my room that you recommended, I'm pretty sure. Something about Discord. You put something. I'm just trying to. This is probably boring for people. 1 second. I'm gonna pause it so I can find it. Well, shit. I didn't exactly find it, but I did find that you had a yogurt tip. Or sorry, a ramen tip on friggin' hot ramen to eat yogurt. Man, that would have been a great idea. I friggin' still can't find the comment that I was looking for though. I read through quite a bit of it, but I read through actually most of all the comments again. So I might have friggin' I don't know if I'm just missing it or maybe it got deleted or what the hell happened. But there was definitely a thing you made about disc. Oh, right here. Sorry to hear your struggles at work, but yeah, best avoid mentioning that publicly for your own sake. Maybe something safer to talk about in a Discord voice chat. If you're working on a server at all, you've got this though. You can quit if you can quit if you set your mind to it. I'm not sure. I think you probably made a mistake there on the end, but it doesn't matter. I think the sentiment is correct. I don't have a server yet, but Nick Van, don't worry, I will get to it at some point. All of these things, all these recommendations and stuff, they might seem, guys, it might seem like it's taking a lot longer. You guys probably make some recommendations, and it's like, what the hell, he hasn't done it yet. It's like, yeah, I do things slow. Kind of work at my own pace, but I usually do get the stuff. Especially if it's important, right? Like, I do think that this Discord thing. And that's what I should say about it is I do think that the Discord thing is important, especially for community building. Like, I think Discord, Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, I don't really see how Facebook could be that useful And I don't really see how Instagram could be useful, but the social medias, and I don't even think Twitter really necessarily, you know. I do have a Twitter, but it's not, I kind of just tweet things for myself. Whenever I think of something, I just kind of put it up there. So, uh, that's not, you know, it's not really linked in this way to Italian Ninja in any kind of way. But I do think that, you know, as Discord is huge for gamers, I think that that's going to be really effective uh, for building a community around this type of stuff. So, um, yeah, don't worry, don't sleep on me, Nick Van. I will get to it. You know, I promise you. It's just, you know, a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that goes into all this stuff, right? And this is just one of a dozen things that I do. So I, you know, I'm working on it, but you know, not there just yet. Thank you for bringing it up though, because you know, it reminds me. And if I don't get to it, you know, in like a month, maybe bring it up again. You know what I mean? Because I'll friggin', you know, I do forget about stuff because prioritization. But I should put that on a list actually somewhere. I'm gonna pause the video to put that on a list. The note to self was Discord server, motherfucker. Create one and a community. Just so you guys know, even though it probably wasn't that important. What I am going to do though, because I think that I should have just been talking for the last 5 rounds or whatever, like Nick Van said. I should have been talking about these last 5 rounds here. But basically, okay, so I'm just going to pause the setup here and I'm going to talk about it for a second. So I have 2 Apaches, which are huge. Those things are killer. They're beasts. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 Moab Maulers. I have 4. Oh no, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All I see is 5. I see 5 Bloon chippers. 5 Bloon chippers that are upgraded to super wides, so that they got the Moab capability. It looks like I got a 10th Moab Mauler there, and I'm probably gonna get an 11th here. So this is anybody who's looking to beat this. This is very close to the strategy that I used to win. I can't remember what exactly it was, but we're gonna find out tomorrow. I did actually get to level 88, which was a huge fucking surprise for me, but I basically figured out how to beat it feels like I beat the whole fucking game. You know what I mean? When it's funny because all I did was beat one map, which is probably, I bet I'm with Milk knows, but there's probably like 75 maps or something like that. I'm with Milk, for whatever reason, you seem like a savant with this game. Is it like, you might not be the most articulate with the comments sometimes, but the thing is you seem very like aware of what the fuck's going on with this game. You just couldn't describe it best before, you know? But keep working on it, you know? Like I'm liking the comments that I'm seeing recently. So, and yeah, so Gluer definitely helps. Monkey Village to increase the money making capability. I have a Bloon trap, which is very effective and is going to come into play in the next video, I think, a little bit more. But I do want to see the failure mode here, because there is somewhat of a failure mode in all this, which, you know what I mean, because like I didn't beat it in this game, in this level, so it's like, what the hell happened? Why didn't I beat it? And what caused me to beat it next time? I think it was one little mechanic that I figured out that changed the whole fucking game for me, and that is going to be utilized throughout the rest of this, probably the time of me playing this entire game. And I think if Ninja Kiwi actually sees it, they might nerf it. So, we're going to find out, you know. But clearly I lose here, but you guys can see. It's really fucking close, eh? Like, I'm just going to go back a little bit and pause it for a second. No. Okay, I guess I'm not. We're watching ads together. Not trying to watch ads. Okay, well, I literally can't delete this, so I can't get rid of it because whenever I hit it, it pauses my video and it resumes it, so I can't hit the exit button. But you guys have a good day. Come back tomorrow and watch the win. Bye.